Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday. Welcome to Basic Makeup, right? So you are in the social rescue group or possibly watching in Rise, Grind, and Shine or YouTube. But our theme this month is all around getting back to basics and sharing just some simple, basic tips and tricks with you around a variety of different topics to help you kickstart the new year in 2022, right? And so today is all about basic makeup for just a really simple everyday look, but looks great, right? You feel confident, and that's what it's all about. That's the most important thing. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started sharing a couple of things, but definitely as you're hopping on, go ahead and say hi or hashtag replay so that I know that you are catching this. And remember, Winning Wednesday, so you definitely want to make sure that you're commenting to be entered for those prizes and all of the things. But let me know, how are you spending this very first weekend of 2022? What do you got going on the schedule? What are you excited about? Right now, it's super cold, at least where I am here in Pennsylvania. My kids are, I'm looking at them right out front here, playing in the snow. So we're doing a little bit of that. Not even really sure what else yet. We've been stuck. That's pretty much it because we've been stuck inside quarantine. So we're here just doing our best to make it through every single day. Hi, Facebook user. Can't wait to go in and see. Sorry, I don't know your name right now, but I'll go back in and check when I can check the comments afterwards. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. So one of the first basics that I want to share about a good glam routine is using the power of primer. Okay, and so primer does a couple of things. It's great, no matter what level or amount of makeup you're using, because it just helps to extend the wear and it helps create a better look, right? And so primer acts like, we always kind of joke and say it's like spackle for your face, right? So before you paint your walls, you always prime them, right? To make sure that they're primed and ready to go. You're doing the same thing for your face, right? So I just dab a little bit of our primer around my face and then I just gently kind of rub it in. It's very soft and silky. It actually even smells really good, at least ours does. And so what it's doing is it's going to be creating a nice, more even texture for my makeup to go onto. It's going to be able to act like Velcro in a sense, right? So my makeup will stick to this primer throughout the day versus just my skin and the oils that my skin releases throughout the day, which can break down makeup. So it helps to extend the wear of your makeup and then also helps to create a more finished, polished look, which is what we want when we're putting on makeup, no matter how much or little that is, right? So you always want to start with a primer. Okay, so that's that piece. So that's the first basic tip. Super easy peasy, okay? Plus it feels, like I said, it's really velvety. It feels really good. This has SPF in it, which is super important for any skincare routine. The next basic tip or basic thing to know around makeup is foundation is key, okay? Foundation is super, super important. And a lot of people don't realize this, but it's actually the final step in a good skincare routine. And you might be asking, what? That doesn't even make sense, right? Like we always hear, at least I did, or I had this perception growing up when I was starting to learn about makeup, was that you didn't want to wear foundation or it was bad for your skin and all these things, right? Incorrect. It actually helps to protect your skin throughout the day. So, you're using all your skin. I always kind of phrase it like this, right? So you're using all your skincare to get inside of your skin and in there to treat it and nourish it and to give it all this good nutrients and goodies, right, into your skincare. But then your foundation acts as a barrier to prevent all the nastiness that's out there, those free radicals, the dirt, the grime that you're coming in contact with throughout the day. It prevents it from getting into your skin, going into your pores. And so that's really the important piece of a foundation. That way, at the end of the night, when you go and wash your face, all of that dirt and grime that you've come in contact with throughout the day, it goes down the drain with your foundation versus all up in your pores all day, right? So if you're out there all day without foundation, it's all just going in there, seeping in, and doing damage. And that's not what we want, right? So that's the importance of foundation. It doesn't matter what kind. Now I'm going to be using CC cream today. It could be a CC cream, cream to powder, pressed powder, matte coverage, it doesn't matter what kind, but just any kind is key to a good skincare routine, key to a good makeup routine, and super easy, okay? So next thing, oh, here it is. It's my CC cream. I'm gonna go ahead and just do a couple of, like 2 pumps out. That's probably too much. I've actually been using my matte foundation pretty much every day. For the last couple of weeks, I switched over to it, but today I wanna do some CC cream. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm actually gonna use my liquid foundation brush. I just kind of dab a little bit on there and then around my face and of course my neck too. And I probably have too much on here. I need my mirror because I'm looking at myself in the computer screen. So this might look a little jacked up, but we'll do the best that we can. And I'm gonna go ahead and blend this in. And you wanna focus with your foundation, starting in like a downward motion because of the way that our skin cells are on our face. It's kind of like shingles on a roof. So you want to make sure that the makeup lays nicely on there. So you start kind of going in a downward motion, but then you just kind of want to do all kinds of movement to make it look more natural, right? We don't want it to look like you just painted it on. And so although I'm starting with that type of downward and out motion, I'm then switching it up as I'm starting to blend it more and more out. And I see some tears. So you might hear some crying in the background. Nick left to go to work. So we shall see. So that's just a forewarning. Okay. Anyway, so I'm doing this and I'm trying to grab a mirror so that I can see myself, not just in the computer screen. Okay, there we go. There I am. You guys know it's like harder when you're backwards in a mirror or like in the screen here. Okay. So I'm blending that out. Super, super easy. And I did that more than like really needed. You can use your fingertips, but one of the things that I'm going to share with you, basic things around makeup and to just getting a good makeup routine and to making it simple and easy and look great with a few products is tools. Okay, so this is another basic tip for makeup. Use tools. They are here to help you. Okay, and so it can be really, really helpful to get it to look great, right? So to apply it evenly, to not waste as much product, and to get the most, kind of bang for your buck out of your makeup, right? And when you're using your fingers, at least with your foundation, those oils are already in here and they're already starting to break down your foundation, okay? Because that's what breaks down our makeup. Okay, so anyway, so I started with foundation, another basic for a great skincare or makeup routine because it helps to protect your skin against all the junk that's out there throughout the day. Okay. Speaking of tools, look at this. My holder. I have so many like duplicates in here because I use some for one thing or another, or because I've lost them along the way and needed to replace them, and then I find them. Of course, that's happened way more than once. That's probably more often than anything else. But anyway, tools are super, super helpful and great. Okay. But actually, the next thing I'm going to show you, I'm actually not going to use a tool for, even though you can use our cream color brush, but I'm actually not going to. And so I'm looking, I think actually, did I put it here? Yeah, I put it in this little crevice on my desk and then I covered it up. I'm going to be doing some liquid eyeshadow. Okay, and so I love liquid eyeshadow because it's so super easy. So super easy. This was one of the first things that it used to be cream color that I fell in love with Mary Kay. And then the liquid eye replaced it and it's even better. It comes in 4 different shades. They look great across different skin tones. You can wear them differently, like darker or lighter, etc. And easy peasy, but a nice, simple something extra for when you're going out in the day, okay? So I'm going to be using pink Starlight. It's kind of like a rose gold, and I love showing this shade because it really looks great on every single skin type, no matter dark, light, anything in between, it looks great, okay? And so what you do is I just have my little applicator here. I pull it right out of the tube. I actually put a little bit on my hand like a palette. You can also dab it right on your eyelid. Just you don't want to paint it on because you'll end up wasting a lot of product. You don't need a lot and it just is like, whoa, too much, right? So I just put a little bit on my hand here and then I'm going to use my finger as my applicator. Use my ring finger just like with my eye cream because it's the weakest, and I just dab it on my eyelid and it's really that easy, right? Look at that. So hopefully you guys can tell it in the screen here, it's hard for me to see if you can or not, but it has a little shimmer to it, which is nice. And it gives it a little something extra. So when the light hits, it kind of pops, right? But see how easy that was? I just dabbed it right on and I'm done. Oh my gosh, like how simple is that? And I love the color. It's just, it's one of my favorites. I mean, I love Light Beam too. I love Meteor. I love them all, but super, super simple. Now you can, get creative with it. Now, typically, like I'll use more than one and I kind of blend them. Even that's really easy, but this is all you need. Just a little something to get out the door, right? That's what we want. And normally I can do this. I think we did it on a live last month, right? When it was like 5 minutes out the door or something, right? So super, super easy. Make sure that you talk to your consultant about that. If you're curious, like I don't even believe you could do all this in 5 minutes as I'm going through it. Okay, let me know in the comments. Have you ever used our CC cream that I did so far, our primer, or our liquid eyeshadow? And if you did, what shade do you like? Okay, this is pink Starlight, which is like a rose gold. Okay, so that's another basic liquid eyeshadow. So easy, anyone can do it. Anyone. That's why I love it so much. Okay, next up, because I just can't stand to look at myself anymore without it, are my brows. Okay, and so I know when we think of basic makeup, a lot of times brows seem like this, oh no, that's like so hard to do. That's advanced makeup, or at least that was the perception I had, right? Because I was a makeup novice. Like I didn't know a dang thing coming into Mary Kay when it came to makeup, right? But the fact of the matter is they really are basic when it comes to a finished, polished makeup look, and even in an everyday, because your brows frame your face. They make such a difference when it comes to a finished makeup look. Okay, and so I'm going to show you a little bit of that. Now, when we're talking basic, what I started with, actually, I didn't even have it ready because I wasn't going, oh, here it is. I wasn't going to talk about it. Very first product that I ever bought was the Volumizing Brow Tint. It was pretty new at the time when it came out, and I fell in love with it. But really, you can mix and match. Okay, I'm actually going to use the defining, the brow definer here, brow liner, precision brow liner. I always forget the name of it. It's horrible. I have like a billion of them at any given time because it's my go-to absolute need for any given day. Okay, but they really are basic because they make such a big difference. And I'm going to show you how. And it really doesn't have to take a long time. So in 3 simple steps, you can kind of outline where it needs to go. And there is going to be a basic brows live later in the month. So I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but I just want to talk about the importance and show you the difference when you do a really simple brow or when you do your brows versus not. Okay. And what I love about this precision brow liner is it's really light. So you have to, do light feathery strokes to get it to apply so that it looks natural, right? So it doesn't look like someone really just drew on an eyebrow and then it looks really fake, right? We don't want that. Oh, hey, Jana. Oh, she says, yes, she's tried all of those. Her favorite is Meteor Shower. I've really just started using Meteor Shower regularly this past season, and I love it. I love it. I was always kind of intimidated by it, I have to admit, the grayish color for me, but I love it too. Okay, so you can see here, I barely did anything, it felt like, but look, see, I'm reversed. Look at the difference with this brow done versus this one, right? And just how much more, I feel like alive I look, right? Like it makes such a big impact with a little bit of work, okay? And so to me, brows need to be part of a basic makeup look. Hey, Michelle, good morning. Happy Saturday. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other one. Again, I'm just going to quickly kind of trace, and there is going to be the basic brows later in the month, so I'm not going to go too much into it. But to me, they're part of a basic makeup look. Okay, tell me in the comments, do you do your brows? Or what are your thoughts on it? Like I said, I was always scared of brows before Mary Kay. I was intimidated. I started with the brow tint. I didn't even do this liner probably a year after I joined Mary Kay because I was scared to do it. I was like, I can't do that. That's no way. That's not for me. Like I don't have the ability, or, you know, I can't do it, yada, 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 all the things that we always tell ourselves. And then when I did, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so easy, right? Basic brows, bam, look at the difference, okay? Look at the difference. Love, love, love it. So next thing I want to show is eyeliner. So eyeliner, to me, I don't need eyeliner on an everyday basis, but a lot of people do, okay? And so I do want to share something about it, okay? Oh, Michelle says that she's interested in brows but scared. Michelle, I completely understand, girl. I was there. I was you, okay? I totally get it. But I know, I believe Allison is your consultant. She can help you out, okay? So make sure you let her know, and you know, tune into that brow live later in the month to learn a couple of things. It's so easy once you try. That's the great thing about having a consultant, is being able to try this stuff, right? Love it. Jana says, same, Ashley, I just started doing my brows a couple months ago and it's so simple. Yes, I love it. Right? Why did I never do it before? Exactly. We ask ourselves these things, right? Like, what the heck? Okay, so next, around eyeliner. If you're going to do it, okay, the recommendation actually is to only do it on your top lid. If you're only going to pick one place to do it, you should actually do it on your lid. When you apply eyeliner to your lid, like your lash line, it helps to your eyes look more lifted and more youthful. Did you know that? Versus if not. So I'm going to show an example. Now I'm using our waterproof eyeliner pen because it's my fave. And I just stamp it on to make it really super easy. Okay, so I just kind of close my eyes a little bit and I just go right up against my lash line very slowly, stamp it on. And I start like at the beginning of my eyeball. I don't go all the way in because, again, to create a more natural look versus, you know, heavy eye look or heavy eye makeup. So you can see here the difference. Does this eye, which has the eyeliner, it looks more lifted and youthful with just applying a little bit on the eyelid. Okay. Now, and they say not to only do it on the bottom. If you're going to do it on the bottom, you should also be doing it on the top, just because of the way that it affects how the eye looks. And if you're going to do it on the bottom, you actually should use a lighter shade than up here because it looks softer and more natural. Okay, so a couple of things to keep in mind. Right now, that's up to you what you do with it. But for me, when I think basic, I just do a little bit on the lash line. And actually, this one is the one that was just running out. I got a new one out the other day. Where did it go? And I might just have, oh, here it is, because that one is running out. See, this is why it's good to be a consultant and to keep a couple things extra on hand that you love so that you never actually run out. Oh my gosh. I was almost out of my brow liner last week. I realized I would pull the last one out of my stash, and I was like, I got on there right that day to order some, because if I ever lose my liner, I'm like, oh my gosh, what would I do? Okay, anyway, so make sure that you always have your favorites, an extra or two, because you never know when you're going to lose it, like me, if you're anything like me. Okay, so you can see here a little basic eyeliner can go a long way, just creating a lifted look. Okay, now mascara is great for a basic look because it does help your eyes just, again, kind of give them a little more volume, give them a little punch, a little something extra. And the eyes are the first thing that people look at when you meet them. It really, the eyes are the window to the soul, right? And especially now with masks still, a lot of people are looking at your eyes, okay? And so a good mascara can be really great for a good basic makeup look. Now I'm using our Fanorama mascara. You can really find one that's perfect for you. There's a ton of different options for different lash looks, and you can use multiple at the same time to create lash looks. It's pretty awesome, actually, what you can accomplish with mascara. And oh, dang, I just got it on my lid. You guys can probably see it there. I'm gonna have to fix it. That's what happens when I'm rushing a little bit. But it really just helps to give me a little extra wow factor as I'm going out in the day. Okay. And so let me just go ahead and do the other side. You can do multiple applications of this, you know, like more than once if you want to get a more impact, you know, higher impact look, more volume, more definition. But there's different mascaras for different needs, right? You have some like Lash Intensity, which is extend and volumize, or really separated lashes and long and fluttery lashes with the Panorama, or our Lash Love formula has vitamin E and all kinds of great stuff that are nourishing to your lashes, which is really important as well. And so that could be a really great benefit or a really great piece of a basic makeup look. Okay. And then finally, what I'm going to do is some lip. For me right now, blush, I probably would do blush too, right? That could be part of a basic, but it's really personal preference. I actually will do a little bit now that I'm here and just give a little tip. You do want to have a couple of blush options depending on your lip color. I will say, actually, I'm going to do my lip color first because this is something I learned in a recent makeup training. Okay. You want to do your lip color first and let your lip color kind of point you in the direction of where your blush shade should go. And so let's see, for today, right now, I'm going to do, I think this is Always Apricot. This is an actual lipstick. You could also finish with, I'm just going to keep it super, super even easier and do a lip gloss, okay? Because it's really easy application. I'm going to do Fancy Nancy. I love the lip gloss. Really, the lip is up to you, and it's what your personal preference is. Some people are gloss people. Some people are lipstick people, right? Like, we all kind of have our own thing that we love. So tell me in the comments, what is yours? Are you a gloss girl, lipstick, matte, shine, right? Balm. This is typically what I've been using every single day is the tinted lip balm, but I'm going to switch it up a little bit today for you ladies, for anyone watching, and do Fancy Nancy lip gloss. It feels really nourishing on my skin or on my lips. It has a little bit of shimmer to it, which is fun. It kind of goes well with a rose gold. Similar shades kind of, right? There we go. It feels really nourishing. Oh, Janice said Fancy Nancy is her fave. I know. I see like gaps in mine. Like it's definitely getting worn down, right? I'm probably going to need a new one soon. Tell me in the comments what's your favorite shade of your fave lip color from Mary Kay. Let me know. You want to put some lip gloss on? No? Okay. I remember I said there might be tears somewhere. I heard it coming. Okay, so once you have your lip color on, you can kind of adjust your blush, right? So if you have a really bold lip, then you might want a little bit more of a subtle blush, etc., right? So make sure that you have a couple of options that go well together so that you can adjust based on what you're feeling that day. But today I'm using, I think this is Rogue, is this Rosy? No, Hint of Pink is this one right here, just to give me a little bit of color. And then you want to focus on the apples of your cheeks and a little bit higher to give it a little bit of lift. Okay, I know it's kind of hard to see here on screen. That's Holly Bolly behind me. She's about to draw. There we go. That's it. So you don't want to come down here with your blush. Definitely not. You want to have it on your cheekbone and higher to give that little bit of lift, right? Okay, guys, what do you think? So I know I've been talking for 23 minutes, but it really is so easy to do all these at once. Like if you use all these products, go ahead and tell me in the comments, how long does it typically take you to do your makeup? Truly, to do this for me, 5 minutes. Honest to God, 5 minutes, okay? Like it can be so easy once you get the hang of it. And so it just takes a couple of times to practice sometimes, or maybe it's just one. Maybe it's just learning how to do it, and then you're good to go, okay? Now, one last thing I wanted to share with you is if you didn't use primer, even if you did, another great basic tip that you can do to extend the wear of your makeup is to use a setting powder, or either setting powder or like a setting spray. And that will, one, help to kind of mattify the look and extend the wear. I'm looking around for mine. Okay, here it is. I forgot to do it before my blush, but that's okay. I'm going to do it right here. Anyway, so I actually have light to medium of the setting powder. I like to do it because it helps give me a nice finish. So it's like kind of like a blurred finish. It looks like you have a filter on your face. And for me, especially because I'm an oily girl, I just feel like it mattifies a little bit and helps me look perfect, right? It helps me look great to just finish it off and let me be out and ready to take on the day. This is super simple, great for daytime, nighttime, being live on camera, if you're on video calls for work or whatever the case is, right? So it really can be used or is great for no matter what you're doing. And hopefully this was helpful. Don't forget, we'll be live again on Wednesdays and Saturdays all month long for you with different basic tips around just yourself and beauty, right? So it's not all skincare or makeup looks, it's everything. We have body care coming up, healthy mindset, healthy habits, hair care, right? So stay tuned. Don't forget to keep commenting. We love having you guys in the social rescue group with us. We hope that you are loving it too. So make sure you're sharing it with your friends. And you can get that sharing award too, or sharing prize. Someone's, oh, thank you. She says loves the look. The easier, the better, right? Who doesn't love easy? So glad you guys thought that was helpful. Have a great Saturday. Great first weekend of the new year. And we'll be back in a couple of days. Bye, guys.